New information on the Anthony Smith case just dropped, and it gives us a whole lot more context on the situation. And with this new information, I can confidently confirm that Anthony Smith is officially more evil than Jon Jones. Why, you ask? Because according to the news reports, Anthony Smith tried to murder his wife by running her over with his car.
Do you understand the 3 counts that have been filed against you?
Yes, sir.
The defendant had been kicked out of a concert at Gretna Days for being in an altercation earlier in the night.
Prosecutors allege Smith tried to get his wife into a car while threatening to kill her.
He had to push her into the car by force to get her there. She did ultimately exit the car at one point. He threatened to kill her again if she did not get in the car.
Back at their Gretna home, Smith allegedly reversed the car, trying to hit his wife, then accelerated when she was in front of the vehicle.
For anyone who didn't see my video yesterday, news broke that Anthony Smith, he'd been arrested. But at the time, we basically had no context besides the 3 charges. Charge 1 was domestic assault causing serious bodily injury. Charge 2 was terroristic threats, and charge 3 was first-degree false imprisonment. Obviously, we now have a much better idea of what allegedly led to those charges. I mean, trying to run your wife over with a car. Somehow, Anthony Lionheart Smith, against his wife, while driving a vehicle, still went to a decision. Love to see his methods haven't changed. But no, seriously, this is a completely, really dark situation. From what we've been told, Anthony and his family, they were at a concert when something happened that led to Anthony being kicked out. He then tried forcing his wife into the car, threatening to murder her, and when she got out, he tried running her over multiple times. I mean, we have witnesses claiming they helped the wife and children get out of the house after Anthony went inside.
Prosecutors say witnesses helped her and their children out of the home after Smith went inside.
So we have witnesses backing up parts of this story. You can say innocent until proven guilty, and yeah, that's true, but on paper, Anthony Smith, he looks pretty damn guilty to me. But we are missing context about what started this entire crash out. Honestly, I think there's a chance it could just be CTE. This man has taken an insane amount of damage over the years. I mean, you see this happen a lot. Not with every fighter, obviously, but a lot of these guys, they seem to have this, this darkness inside them. I suppose it's part of what makes them great fighters. You need that viciousness. But man, once they reach the later stages of their career, or they just straight up retire completely, you'll randomly see them in the news a few years later for some crazy shit. I mean, there's definitely a pattern here. I mean, to be honest, I would have liked to see this killer instinct from Anthony inside the cage, not directed at his wife. Instead, we had to watch him curl up into the fetal position, just turtle maxing for half of his career. We also have reports that Anthony threatened to shoot himself if police entered the house.
Witnesses heard gunshots coming from the home, but he had made the statement that he would kill himself if law enforcement came inside.
That somewhat matches this TikTok comment from someone claiming to be his daughter. Now, take this with a massive grain of salt because there's literally no proof that's actually his daughter, but the comment claims he was trying to hurt himself, not anybody else. But that has a lot of holes. I mean, why does his wife apparently want him nowhere near her if he was only trying to hurt himself? Why did witnesses supposedly need to help the family escape? Why was he charged with domestic assault? Also, shout out the YouTube channel Fight Society. Not that they need it, he's way bigger than me, but he did some digging. He did some incredible journalism. He found the police audio, and in that audio we hear that somebody had a handgun and that someone, either Anthony Smith or possibly one of the witnesses helping the family, had been shot in the arm.
It looks like they called back on 911 with a female crying, requesting law. Looks like male party is possibly armed with a handgun as well. We start for one. We did just get an update for all individuals arriving or en route. Male will potentially harm himself before allowing contact with other law enforcement.
We have contact with a friend that was involved earlier this morning.
All right, well, let's get back from the house for now.
And we are on this way. We are back from the house.
06, can you re-advise?
He had a shot inside the house. For one of the RPs. We think he's injured. Gunshot wound to the arm is what they're saying.
Clear. Attention all units not involved. We're going to go ahead and clear the air for Law Sheriff. Please go to Law West if you're not involved. Starting medical as well. Information only at this time. 237.
231, 1021. Clear this as well.
53, you can show myself in 03 in service from the track stop correction 23.
What was the disposition?
Verbal warning, and we're en route.
Now, there's two theories here. Either Anthony shot himself in the arm, but looking at him afterward, he doesn't really look like he'd been shot in the arm. I mean, you'd expect a cast or some bandages or something. I could be wrong, but it makes me think he might have shot someone else. I'm thinking he might have shot one of the witnesses who had helped his family out of the house, but that's just a theory. Eventually, Anthony Smith turned himself in, and maybe this is a bad take, but him turning himself in, I mean, quitting as usual, joking, but seriously, turning himself in makes it feel like he knows he fucked up badly. Now, I unironically think Anthony Smith might be more evil than Jon Jones. And that's saying a lot, because Jon Jones, he's been involved in the domestic abuse stuff as well. Plenty of other controversies, but at least Jon didn't try to kill his wife, you know? And at least the person he did run over was accidental. I know, incredibly low bar, but there's that. Jon and his wife are also still together, happily married. Big question on the happily. Why Anthony Smith isn't allowed anywhere near his wife. It appears she's taken out some sort of protection order against him. And at least with Jon Jones, he's one of the greatest fighters of all time, so you can understand why he has those annoying fans who wrongfully defend him. Anthony Smith, however, is the complete opposite. Absolute dog shit fighter. I imagine he spent more time face down, ass up, taking punishment in the octagon than his wife has in recent years. And depending on how this case plays out, he could potentially be looking at 20 years minimum in prison. I mean, he's just completely destroyed whatever analyst or UFC job he could have been working towards after retirement. That's over. I mean, this man has multiple children. He's just destroyed his career, his family life, his entire reputation. I mean, of course, we're still missing some context, but I seriously doubt there's anything that could come out now and like completely save his image. I mean, Jon Jones called it. Mystic Jones. Anthony Smith really did want to be Jon Jones. Attacking his own family, running women over. I mean, it's like looking in a mirror. But yeah, very sad situation. And honestly, like I said in the last video, I'm not completely surprised that Anthony Smith crashed out like this. I mean, read this. I'll never win a title. I'll obviously never be in the Hall of Fame. I just wanted to be acknowledged. If that isn't a speech of a completely broken man, then I don't know what is. I mean, he's human. He would have seen all the memes, the laughter, the mockery, everyone constantly shitting on his career. So you mix him knowing that people see him as nothing but a joke, and you mix that with CTE, personal problems, maybe alcohol or something. I mean, that's just a bomb waiting to go off. That's not like to say that as an excuse. He's a scumbag, with or without CTE, but it could just explain how he reached this point. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think Anthony Smith should rot in prison? Or do you think there's still more to this story that could potentially save his reputation? Let me know, like the video, subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you later.
Okay, so what's the one piece of advice you'd give for a couple to have a happy family life?
To a couple? Advice I would give a couple for a happy family advice. I would say, first you gotta find someone that like you truly support and that truly supports you, and then just lean into each other. My wife has never questioned me. Even when we met, I was homeless and talked about this thing that I wanted to do and this dream that I had, and there was never a like, that's crazy, that's kind of weird. It was always like, yeah, you should do that. It was just always support, and it was always uplifting, and it was always, she's just been the person in the background that kind of patches me up when I'm down and beat up and pushes me back into the light without ever wanting any of it. I think it's finding someone like that is just there to support you and doesn't necessarily want something in return. And it's just really about the love. You just gotta lean into that. I think that's just, it sounds corny, but that's the basis of everything. You just gotta lean into the love.